这伤痕在干什么？你很讨厌。等一下再那个吗？啰里吧嗦的。
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Toastmasters and my guests. Have you ever felt so overwhelmed that you just wanted to lay down and take a nap and just forget about everything? Or maybe just open a book and just kind of sink yourself into that story in that far off place and just forget about everything else in the world? I do sometimes. Or one of my other favorite escapisms is to play a video game, because I am a gamer. And I'm one of those gamers that I will play for hours and hours and hours. And I just gonna finish this one quest, right? And then next thing I know, it's 6 a.m. the next morning. Yeah. Not necessarily the best way to get away from your stress or to get away from whatever's troubling you. A lot of times when we're overstressed or we have some really big problem in life, we tend to try to escape from it, either mentally or physically. You know, you might go on a trip to go visit your parents or a friend, other family, but it's not necessarily the best way to handle those sorts of situations. You know, there's a lot of material you can probably find out there that will tell you, you should face it head on. You should, deal with it right then and there. But not everyone's equipped to be able to do that. Now, I do consider myself somewhat assertive, somewhat straightforward. I can be very abrupt and in your face and really say, hey, we got to deal with this now. But I tend to only really do that in my workplace because I'm there for a purpose. I'm there to get a paycheck. I'm being paid to take care of problems. In my personal life, on the other hand, I don't necessarily, I tend to put things off. I procrastinate. I'll be honest, I procrastinate certain things. Just because I volunteer and I spend my time at work and I put stuff, I can deal with that later. I have time this weekend to deal with that. But then the weekend comes and I'm like, I can deal with it Monday. So yes, I do procrastinate sometimes on my personal level when it's something I really just don't want to deal with. But then again, it comes back down to, well, when are you going to get it done? You've got to deal with this. You have to actually deal with it. It's a problem. You've got to deal with it. So I would recommend that at some point you do deal with it. You can't just keep putting it off and putting it off. In fact, most recently, as an example, my car needed an oil change. It was yelling at me, saying the light kept coming on and kept coming on, and I kept thinking, I can deal with this later. I don't drive that much at work. I don't have to deal with it. So finally, yesterday, I had to go out and for another errand, and the light just beeping at me and beeping at me and beeping. Okay, fine, I'll just go. I'll get it done. Well, on my way back home, I go to the same place I went the last time, and they told me, well, no, you got the super duper, XL oil. You didn't have to come back for 8,000 miles. You've only driven 2,000. I was like, but my car's yelling at me. And they said, it's okay. We'll just reset it. We'll check the oil level to make sure, but no, you didn't really have to come in. I was like, I could have put it off even longer.
1.2 2 right here.
Take care of it. You just have to bite the bullet and take care of it. So really, my suggestion, what I'm really trying to tell you is that there are these things in life that, yes, maybe you can put it off, but you really shouldn't procrastinate on everything. There's even a TED talk on procrastination that I watched recently, and they were saying that creativity-wise, when you procrastinate and try and do everything at the last minute, sometimes you're more creative at that point in time. When you're just trying to grab and get it done, you can actually be really creative about it. But there's these things that really shouldn't. You just shouldn't. Yeah, if my car the oil was really bad, I couldn't do damage to my car. Yeah, you want to step back and you just don't want to deal with it, that's when you're gonna want to try and prioritize. What's the most important thing you have to do now? You know, if there are a lot of things in your life that where everyone's asking you to do stuff right this minute, and you feel like you'll never get it all done, and you're so far behind, write yourself a list. What's the most critical things that absolutely have to be done? And maybe even look at the top 5 things that all of these things were due yesterday, but is there anything on my life is bad? No? Okay, well, those can wait. Are any of those things going to cause you not to be able to pay your rent or buy food for your family? Okay, they can wait a minute, right? Just look at those things that actually have to be done. Focus on those, and then look at the next set. Okay, now what? Since you finished everything was absolutely critical. Now what is the most important? And then what's most important after that? And just go through them and knock them off after that. And then everything's not going to be as critical, and it's not going to make you think, oh my God, all this weight is on my shoulders, and I'm never going to get through this list, and all this stuff has to be done.
7:40 time.
So
1,200.
I just have to get to the next, kind of like this, just gotta get to the next 6 seconds, wait for that green light to come up.
Oh, it's actually sorry. We have a different style background today.
Oh,
Yeah, you're good. Thank you, Sonia, for being able to deliver this speech. And this is probably one of the things that is under pressure, but I like that you're able to solidify all your thoughts, share some of the tricky parts of life where sometimes it is okay to take a break and relax, except when it comes to dating your family, but yeah, pressure's on. But thank you so much, Sonia. And I'd like everyone to take this chance to take a look at the feedback form again. And then in this case, Sonia's name should be in the drop down. I'll be posting this again in your chat. If you can, take about a minute of silence, or you'll be giving us an alert once a minute is up. Thank you so much, Ben and Marty. Next, we'll be going through the third section of the meeting, second section of the meeting, which is the table topics portion. For today, originally we had Mary as the table topics master, but I see that she's available. So I'll come up with a few impromptu questions for those of us who didn't get the chance to speak for today. So first, I believe, Jeff, you didn't get a chance to speak, so I wanted to call on you for a table topic question. Are you ready? Jeff, are you available? If not, I wanted to double check if any of our guests are willing to give table topics a shot. Elizabeth, Todd, and Nick.
Yes, I'm very sorry. I was doing the feedback.
Oh, no worries. So I'll call you first, and then I'll call you after. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right, Jeff, for your question, what mindfulness techniques you found most effective for managing stress? What mindfulness techniques have you found most effective for managing stress?
Thank you very much, Mr. Copy Master. I don't want to be terrible, but I don't really feel much pressure most of the time. And reason one is I didn't really know that was pressure. That was something that seemed pregnant. But I always manage. That's it. So the tip I got was every time when I got a pressure, I'm kind of put them. I'm not really sure that much because I'm a nervous guy. And you can tell already from the face.
B plus A.
I'm not really nervous. And the people look at me nervous. They even got more. So why am I nervous? Oh, got more pressure because apparently people surrounding me feeling more pressure. And of course, that's a choice. No one knows that's fine. Because you can tell when you feel someone is under pressure and you think you are under pressure, and what you need to do is that person is more than I am feeling pressure. So, yeah, that's one tip. Another tip is I don't see the card. I want to manage the time and I want to make sure I with the resolution, look at the camera. Hopefully, I'm not too nervous too. The tip two is I exercise.
B plus P.
Get a lot of sunbathing and meditation. I'm saying active meditation to reduce
Dragon 7.
reduce the stress, reduce whatever that stress that can be meter of the time. And I hate that. That's why I need to learn to manage the time. So the third one will be whatever
End of the game.
at the moment. Just do it. And I'm proud. Tanya even managed and did the impromptu speech. That's hard.
Net profit over 30,000.
Mr. Happy Master, thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, sometimes I forget too, once there's everyone else around the service, you're feeling nervous too, and it creates a very bad sorrow. Thank you for sharing that idea. Next, I want to call on Todd. Todd, for your questions that kind of how do you prioritize your tasks and manage your time when you're completely stressed or when you're under pressure? What do you do?
Well, Mr. Gill, about the master, so third master was very. I think it was start with that. When pressure comes, you use it out. So basically, you can either work smart or you can work hard. And sometimes the part that is causing you the stress is that you are run down or tired. And what you really need is just a little R&R, rest and recovery and recuperation. And sometimes by giving yourself the gift of a little steam, a little refreshment, or even taking a shower. Sometimes when the weight of the world
Team methodology.
only to you
在运动性让它很那个。
Hallelujah.
massaging and correcting your back,